What's up, YouTube? How's it going? This is Nick with Daisy Opals. Today I'm going to be cutting Boulder Opal sent to me by Frank from Opalholics Art. Wait, I should be looking here. That's the camera. But then I can't look at myself, and I might do some weird facial expressions that I'm not aware of. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? It's Nick with Daisy Opals. Today I'm going to be cutting Boulder Opal that was sent to me by the lovely Frank from Opalholics Art. Long story short, let's go over to the desk white view where I look at the stones, and let's come up with a game plan here. I've never cut Boulder Opal before, so I'm going to have to be really careful and methodical and ignorant about this, and I'm glad you guys are here for the ride. And I'm using my hand movements a lot, just like the websites say, makes my talking more interesting to people. So let's go over to the table, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, here we are at the analyzation view, whatever you want to call it. This is the main piece that I want to cut, and I'll get it wet to show you how spectacular it is. For mid-grade, I mean, this is pretty incredible. Let me show you something interesting, actually, before I show you this. This right here is a Yowah Nut. This is not an actual nut. It literally looks like a fossilized walnut. So that's, I mean, I heard it called Yowah Nut, and I was like, oh, these must be old nuts that have been opalized. Well, no, not at all. This is an ironstone nodule. And it's like a prime example of one, and it's a prime example of why they call them Yowah Nuts, because it looks just like a damn walnut. I'm not going to be cutting this, though. I just think this is an awesome little specimen. This is the opal in question, back to this guy, and my main concern is capitalizing off this gorgeous color on the side. You can see there is some color on the top, which I want to do something with. There's not much going on the bottom, and there's not much going on these sides. So I think what I'm going to do is first try to capitalize on this, because I know it's there. There's no guarantee that if I cut this away or this away that there will be more color or less color. It's just a crapshoot. These cracks could open up, there could be new cracks that show up, or they could just disappear and I'm left with nothing. So basically right here I know that there's good color, so I'm going to capitalize on that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this like that, and then I'm going to treat this piece like it's the top. I'm going to treat this part like it's the top, and make it into like a little ring piece about this size. But before I do this, I want to practice a little. I've never cut Boulder Opal, and I just want to see how it feels first. So I'm going to use this piece. This is just a nice little piece with some blue color. I'll get it wet and show you. We got some beautiful blue color there, and a little something over here too. I'm not really sure which side to do. We'll polish it up and see how that goes, and then we'll move on to this stone. All right, let's go over to the wheels now. I went right over and tried to start on the 280 wheel, but I realized it was going to take a much longer time because this ironstone is a little harder than the usual potch I work with. So I went over and did the shaping on the 220 wheel. Right away, I'm sure you noticed the muddy water flying everywhere. This is literally the reason I've been avoiding Boulder Opal for so long. RIP to the cleanliness of my workstation. It really is actually a lot of fun using this 220 wheel. It's fully made of metal, it's really heavy, it's really firm, so when I press in hard, you can really see that material coming off. For Lightning Ridge and other opal, using this is just too fast for me, and the deep grooves that it leaves can cause a lot of size reduction down the line. It actually gets hard to see the details of what I'm doing when I cut this because of all that ironstone mud that covers everything. I cut out a lot of me wiping the stone in this video. We're on a dopstick now, so I can round the edges and turn this into a little cabochon. This first practice stone is about done, besides the polish. I have to say, it's extremely satisfying how that ironstone goes from a sort of rusty, dirty color to this robust wood grain look. It's time to move on to what I think is the nicer stone. Do not do this. This is not the right way to do this. It felt totally sketchy and I won't do it again. I ended up having to turn up the speed on my Dremel, which I've never done. And I should have been listening to heavy metal music because this is just, yeah. Again, I have to complain about the mess. This time it was not the fault of the Boulder Opal though. I think it was more of my own design flaw. I've seen some channels out there who have expanded on this layout and added a splash guard to their Dremel tool. Check out Opal Badger if you want to see a good example of that. Probably not efficient to have your water spraying everywhere. So now over to the 220 wheel to shape this little bad boy and get it ready for the dop stick. When I put it in fast forward, you can see how much time I spend making decisions and examining the stone. It makes you appreciate watching cutters like Justin or the Don from Pulitzer Opal who cut so purposefully. Just polishing here, 600 grit all the way up to 3000, and I did the previous stone this way too. I did spend a little extra time on this. Everything is slower and takes longer because the ironstone is harder. Guys, what's up with this? I'm looking at my analytics for the 2022 gem show, and I see this big drop in retention right here. So I click it, and we see what it is. It's my singing. You people, you don't like my singing? People skipped. I work hard on my voice. I can't believe this. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, and here we are with that piece. Remember, this was the part that I cut off of that boulder, and yeah, I also got this one. So here we are with two completed stones. I had to stop there because of a lot of other work this week, but I'm really excited about this. Cutting Boulder Opal was a ton of fun. It's a lot harder than Opal, and I think that you can see, like on this piece, I suffered a little bit from that. It's just not as rounded as I wanted it to be. I thought I was removing more material than I actually was. But awesome like fingerprint pattern here on this stone. This one turned out amazing, and I wasn't really quite expecting that. Also, I really just like the transformation. Like it starts looking kind of ugly, kind of dusty, and then the outer layer just gets so compacted and it just looks beautiful. And this is only 3000 grit, so it's not even fully polished, and it's just looks great. I left a little bit of a indent there in the middle on this one because I was worried that if I went down I might lose this color. But the truth is, it seemed like every time I went down, like bzzz, just a quick one, they would either grow or contract, and it was just random. So maybe I could have gone a little bit lower and it would have looked nicer, but I got to a point where I was like, man, I don't want to mess with this anymore. It looks good here. Got nice flashes coming through, and I think that's good enough. I'm getting ready for a big trip where I'll be out of the country for a month. And I'll be working out of the country. I'm going to try to film a bunch of stuff before I go, so that I can edit things while I'm there and still have content for you guys. And hopefully I can tell you about that project soon too, because it's pretty awesome. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's about it. You guys have a good one. If you're new, remember to subscribe, check out all my other videos, and check out my Etsy store. And of course, check out opalholicsrus.com or the Opalholics R Us Etsy store, and you can get amazing rough boulder opal or other opal. That's about it. See you guys later. See you next week.